For the first time ever, the UFC is in Auckland, New Zealand for UFC Fight Night 43. This Saturday night, it is New Zealand's own James Huna versus Nate Marquardt. But we've got 10 fights that air live on UFC Fight Pass. Let's take a look at the card now. Let's start, as we always do, with our lock of the week, and I'm going to take a reach on this one. I'm going to go with Neil Magny over Rodrigo Lima. Now, Neil Magny, a guy that last year struggled a little bit with 2 straight losses, but he has picked up 2 victories this year already, looking to go 3-0 in 2014 against this replacement opponent. Big thing here, Magny, 6'3" tall, facing a 5'9" De Lima. I think this is going to be a little bit too much of a reach for De Lima to move inside. I think Magny is going to be stay on the outside, pick him apart with his striking, stay on his feet, and cruise to a decision victory. He is my lock of the week. How about our under-the-radar fight? Well, for me, it's got to be Huna versus Charles Oliveira. This is the fight that I might be most excited about. I think it's kind of a hidden gem on this card. The third fight down from the top. This is 2 guys that really are world-class athletes. Both have had their struggles in recent times, but Huna is coming off a win over Ivan Menjivar. Oliveira beat Andy Ogle earlier this year, and both are capable of spectacular performances. I think this is a meaningful fight in the featherweight division. I think it could be a very fun one. Now, I also got a little bit of a bonus nugget. This is kind of an internationally flavored card, but the first fight of the night, Sean O'Connell versus John Vellante. 2 fighters that are really in desperate need of a win. Both American guys, both former football players, both incredible guys to talk to. This is a big fight for both of them. I think that's another little under-the-radar fight that might be fun to watch. How about our fight of the night? Well, normally I like to find a little nugget somewhere on the card that maybe you're not thinking about. Flyweight fights are always fun, you know, but those are always going to be back and forth. But for me, I got to go with the main event. James Huna versus Nate Marquardt. You got Huna dropping down to the middleweight division. Marquardt moving up from 170 pounds to the middleweight division. 2 guys that can stand and bang. One that's a proven veteran in Nate Marquardt that's got a lot on the line here, and one in Jamie Huna that is fighting at home in front of his countrymen. This is going to be a big fight for each of these men, and I think that's going to be the fight of the night. So what's at stake in our key fights? Well, listen, we said it. James Huna needs to pick up a victory here. Nate Marquardt needs a win as well. This is a big fight for both these men. Nate Marquardt needs to prove that maybe that trip down to welterweight was ill-advised and that he is a contender in the middleweight division. Meanwhile, James Huna fighting in front of his native land here in New Zealand. This is a fight card these people have been waiting for a long time. He wants to make sure they come back sooner rather than later. And of course, in our co-main event, we haven't even mentioned the heavyweights there. Soa Palele, the Australian, really a hero there in the heavyweight division, is facing Jared Roshaw. This is a classic striker versus wrestler affair. Both these guys have incredible records in the heavyweight division, but neither really considered a top contender right now. And I think both these guys want to go out and put on a show and prove that there's somebody that doesn't belong down in the middle of the pack, but actually belongs as a contender in the heavyweight division. So this is a fun fight card. It's going to be early in the morning. You either got to stay up late and maybe come in from the bars, have a few cocktails and watch it, or get up and cook some bacon and eggs first thing in the morning. UFC Fight Pass live. If nothing else, stay tuned to MMA Junkie and USA Today. We'll have full coverage all weekend long.